If you love her no matter what, and you go deeper every time she puts up a wall, what can you be certain will happen?
How am I meant to be true to myself if I have 4 children that rely on me and a controlling husband?
Now, how do you define controlling?
Oh, did it hurt?
Oh, that was very warm. Stand up. You stood up for a reason. It's time to handle this. Come on, stand back up.
I think the biggest thing I can do for her is let her go instead of trying to hold her back.
And how are you holding her back?
I think through my fears of losing her.
Does she really want to go?
Deep down, I don't think so, but yeah, she's told me she has.
What she's really trying to do is get you to show up and be man because you love the woman, you don't know what to do.
He's not a pussy. He's got everything he wants.
Really? He doesn't have you happy? There's the answer. It's not in your head. The answer is in his face. I want you to tell him what you're really feeling. And the whole time she does this, I want you totally present.
I'm scared to tell him things because he'll get angry.
I know, honey. I know you're scared. I'm asking you to trust him right here because if he does, I'll just punch them. And when you're willing to love her when she seems crazy, she'll trust you. And when she trusts you, she'll open to you. When she opens to you, you're going to feel like a man again. Her job is to try to hurt you. Your job is to show nothing will ever hurt me because I love you. You can scream, you can yell, you can smack me. You're never getting away. I will take care of you forever.
His constant negative crap in the house all
The
the
more
time.
she does this, become more of a man. She's doing everything she could say to hurt because she's hurting so bad and saying, do you really love her? Because most men would have run.
You did, I wouldn't be feeling like this. You would be showing me.
She's got a hell of a bag, doesn't she? She's got a great bag of tricks.
Keep coming, baby.
Oh,
Be a man and tell her the truth. Why don't you have her heart? What have you been and how will it be different? And all she's doing is begging you, prove it to me. Prove it to me. Make my soul feel. Your job is to open her.
You're not going to push me away.
Imagine you've built your business into a multi-million-dollar corporation. Your friends and family are asking you to invest their money. You're able to help so many people. And imagine waking up to find that it's all gone.
13-year career went away. I got wiped out by my stockbroker. I'd talked to him the day before about being conservative. He put me in 3 positions to wipe me out in 7 days. And the money that was wiped out isn't mine. I'm at a point in a month or two, I'm out of all dollars. More than financial is my letting myself down, my vision of who I am.
It's the loss of your identity.
The sense of my soul being competed for and torn apart. Money is the underpinning of our society. Suicide is a solution to an economic dilemma. What I can do is I can pay Laura back. The asset I do have is a life policy.
Well, you can't pay her back if you're gone.
No, yes, I can. The proceeds are named to her. I know it would pain her tremendously that she got this money by my not being here, but I know what'll pain her a hell of a lot more if she doesn't have her money.
I will not let you be this selfish because the guilt that she will have when you're gone, that you believe that nothing mattered but money and that she wasn't able to get across to you that she really loved you, will destroy her life and everyone she cares about. And if you're going to be that selfish, I got to protect her from you.
Well, I don't give you permission to do that.
Well, I don't really think you have any authority over me.
And imagine that you could turn it all around in one day.
If I'd lost all my assets, but I didn't have obligations to other people.
I know, and you know what would happen then? You would not grow to become the man you're about to become.
Anthony Robbins in a live, uncut, personal transformation film. Conquering overwhelming loss.
Tell me about your father.
My father was, he had rules. He lived by many rules, but some of them, like stealing and lying, he wasn't too strict upon. But when it was me, it was very strict.
I see.
At a time when her life seemed set in its course, one conversation changed it all.
How did you respond to these rules?
I sabotaged them sometimes, and then I got beaten.
Yes. And when you got beaten, what did you do to deal with it?
I couldn't care less.
Long ago, as a girl, she made a decision that has controlled her life.
You got harder, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And tougher. Mm-hmm. So you became a man to try to survive.
Until now.
What would have happened if you would have cried and gone crazy? You don't know.
I have a guess, because my sister cried and he stopped.
That's right.
Join Lisa as she discovers a new kind of power.
Something to feel about.
Something to feel about.
That's right.
And finds a love that she hasn't felt for 60 years. Anthony Robbins in a live, uncut, personal transformation film that won't only move you, it may also change your life. If you have ever wished to go back in time, to change the person you've become, then you must learn to reclaim your true identity.
It's the lost me that is recovered. So it's who I was meant to be.
As I'm sure you know by now, early this morning, our time, there was a terrorist attack in New York and in Washington, D.C.
Called me this morning at 8:56 a.m. from the 101st floor to tell me that there was smoke in the room.
I'm the director of neurosurgery at one of our trauma hospitals, and I know what's going on right there, right now.
My first reaction was, as a Muslim, hey, this is retribution.
There are people in the world today, right this moment, who are celebrating at their success of pulling off an amazing logistical nightmare.
Muslims feel, hey, listen, you came into my home, took, my home, and you kicked me out.
Neither I nor anybody I know was ever raised with the concept of being a suicide bomber.
And then you give back, like, a little bathroom to me, and I'm supposed to celebrate, and when I'm not celebrating, you come and kick my ass?
A real warrior, not a thug who calls himself a warrior so he can feel better about himself. A thug is out just to create violence. Do it again.
And it's all here in your heart too. So if you kill, you're killing a part of yourself.
I'm sick. I'm fed up with feeling this way. It's unfair to her. It's unfair to me.
You want to leave?
How many good people do you know
I want to be free of the pain on both sides.
who have lost their marriage?
You're afraid?
Yes.
What are you afraid of?
That if I leave my wife, I'll lose my identity.
You probably will. In fact, it'll be worse than that. Do you have kids?
Yes.
You'll feel them hating you at times. You'll lose a lot of money, more than you think. He's gonna have another guy bring up his kids.
This is my wife.
Paul buries himself in his work. Jennifer has such great love for her children, her sister, and her family that Paul feels 5th, 6th, or 7th place.
How much love do you feel from your family? 0 to 10.
10.
So you're talking about your father?
No, I lost my father a year ago this week.
More uncertainty, huh? You were his little baby girl.
Definitely.
What did he say about you?
That I was perfect.
That bastard told her he was perfect.
The only person that made me feel really great was my dad.
Now she's wondering why she's losing her husband and having to get all her love from her kids and her family. All he knows is he's not your father, he's not your sister, now he's not the kids. I am no man, I live in reaction, I'm not enough. He doesn't feel enough with you. So I'm sorry to hear about your father's passing.
Thank you.
But your father needed to pass at some point so you could have a man. He can never be your man with your father alive. He has a chance now. I'll tell you how to be a man. You put your fear on the shelf and love this woman with every ounce of your soul.
This is the first time that we've actually gotten to the gut of what our issues are.
You've gone to where certain love was, so you had to settle for a love that wasn't passionate. And you also just started leaning against him. Can you feel that?
Yes.
I wonder what that's about.
Anthony Robbins in a live, uncut, personal transformation film. Sometimes the one you're looking for is the one already standing next to you.
It just makes me melt, you know, like I feel like I'm number one.
It's the day you looked forward to your whole life. It's the love that was meant to last a lifetime. The passion, the companionship, until one day.
Are you married?
Yep.
Do you love your husband?
I don't know anymore.
Does he love you?
Yes.
Why don't you know if you love him or not?
I don't feel like he's the same person he was when I met him.
You guys talk about this at all?
We never talk about anything.
Is that why you're depressed? That you feel like you're trapped in a relationship and you're afraid you make a mistake to get out?
I'm afraid I'll do the wrong thing. I don't know what's the right thing to do anymore.
So how would you know what the right thing would be?
I don't know.
Let's get him on the phone. Warren, I have your wife here. Then would you come down here so we could visit face to face? I'll see you in 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'd love to be intimate all the time and to be able to look in each other's eyes and just melt.
Have you had that experience with her before?
Around the time we got married, yeah.
Because I see the sadness in you and the sense of loss of that. What do you think changed?
I was too scared to hurt her feelings because of her ex, the way he treated her. She said I reminded her of him, and I kept on saying, I'm not him. I basically tried to be the nice guy.
So when you became the nice guy, what happened to your passion?
What passion?
When you guys were making love, did you want more?
Yes.
Yes. You want him to go even further?
Yes.
Yes. Did you tell him that?
No, obviously
No.
not.
Truth is, you don't feel free in your life, do you? What prevents you from being free?
Me.
What are you trying to avoid losing by being gutless?
Karen.
And what if I told you that that very gutless is what's causing you to lose it?
I'd believe it.
When's the last time you stepped up and faced something intense and just dominated? When's the last time?
Not for a long time, years.
Would you like to now?
Rise up to the battle inside and get off the ground, fed up, sped up, or you never live it down. Wise up to reality, bound to see you fall. You rise up above it and grab onto the call. I got a right to fight, the cause of getting jacked. Back to the feeling, the deal of the century, ain't all of stuff to be cracked. Was it something turning nothing, just a hit that I needed to bleed the lingering seed deep in the mirror? Can't you see it?
Anthony Robbins in a live, uncut, personal transformation film.
How does it feel to be yourself again?
What was that, Shorty?
Yeah, check it out. Sometimes you just gotta take a leap, you know what I'm saying?
Suicide is a solution to an economic dilemma.
If I leave my wife, I'll lose my identity.
How am I meant to be true to myself if I have 4 children that rely on me and a controlling husband?
I don't want to live my life this way.
What are you trying to avoid losing by being gutless?
Karen.
And what if I told you that that very gutless is what's causing you to lose her?
I'd believe it.
2,000 people from 39 countries. These few will stand up to face their greatest life challenge, and they will not let go until a solution has been reached. Narrated by master therapist Chloe Madonis, each film contains cutting-edge solutions for the challenges that all of us face. Anthony Robbins.
Somebody stands up, I want you to become the practical psychologist.
In a live, uncut.
Why are they doing this? Oh, they're meeting this need, this need. Interesting.
Personal transformation film.
So that when you leave here, you'll have a greater appreciation for every human being you meet, whether it be your child or whether it be the person you can't stand.
See the films. Do the work. Change your life.